Hello, my name is Dustin Bacon, and I wanted to talk today to you about grief and losing a loved one to COVID-19. About 7 months ago, I lost my wife, Katie. She was 35 years old. Her, myself, and our daughter got sick in early December with COVID-19. I lost my sense of taste and smell. My daughter had a sore throat. I had a hard time breathing. And my wife developed COVID pneumonia, which turned into bacterial pneumonia, which turned into MRSA pneumonia, which is what killed her eventually. It's a horrible thing to watch a loved one go through, any loved one, and life is moving forward. And I say forward, not on, because you don't really ever move on from something like this. Katie and I had a lot of plans, for the next 30, 40 years. Most people lose their spouses at some point. I know I'm not the only person that's lost my spouse at a young age, but she's not going to be here to see our daughter grow, any of the kids grow. I miss her every single day. Every day is a struggle to want to get up, to want to do anything. But I remind myself, I'm a very spiritual person, that, I believe that's not what she would want. And I believe that she is looking down upon us, and she would want me to move forward and focus on rebuilding my life and our children's lives. Grief is it's a horrible thing, and we all go through it at some point at certain levels. This is the hardest grief I've ever gone through my entire life. I've lost other loved ones, just no one ever this close to me. And you miss them every single day. You miss their voice, their smell, all the little things that you thought were trivial. I mean, nothing is trivial. All the things you took for granted, the things you wish you could have said, the things you wish you had more time to say, the things you wish you could have forgiven or been forgiven for, all that's gone. Being a single parent is hard, whether you're a single mom or a single dad, but being a single parent due to the loss of another parent due to death is even harder. And I say that because that person didn't just leave due to a fight or a divorce or whatever the cause may be. They're gone permanently. And when you have to stand at your wife's hospital bed with your children there and tell them that she's never coming home, it's hard. It is a hard thing to explain that. I'm thankful that the hospital system my wife was in allowed me to be there, allowed my children to be there towards the end. A lot of people don't get that with COVID. They get to watch their loved ones die through an iPad, or they don't even get to be there when they pass. But I want to tell you that you can move forward. You can move past the initial losing of your loved one. You'll never forget it. You'll never stop loving them. And you'll be reminded every single day of something, a song, a smell. Sometimes I wake up and I often think it's a dream, but the reality, it's not. And life goes on. It doesn't stop. It moves forward. And you have to move forward with it, or you can be stuck in a depression or a horrible place. And I don't have those options as a single dad. I have to be here every single day for my kids. I need to go to work and provide for my kids, my family, and do what my wife would have wanted me to continue to do. But I'm making this video because I've watched a lot of YouTube in the past 7 months. I've tried to find videos on grieving fathers or widowers, which, at least in my research, are less common than widows. Sorry, or widowers that are left behind with young children. I actually did find a TEDx talk about a gentleman who, with another person, wrote a book about 7 men who lost their wives to cancer. One actually did lose his wife, I believe, to pneumonia, which developed from the flu. But all the reading, all the research I do, it brings me some comfort, some peace that there are others out there dealing with this, going through this, and that I'm not alone. It's kind of like the club that you don't want to be a part of, but there's a club of us nonetheless. But the things that have helped me the most have been my spiritual believing, my friends, my family. You don't have to be spiritual to get through something like this, but if you have friends and family, I highly suggest you lean on them. They're going to want to reach out to help you. Some of them won't know how to help you. We we had unlimited casseroles and food delivered to us for months, even while we were sick and long after Katie passed. People donated money, which, that's not something that I felt comfortable with, but I think I've come to the understanding that that's, I look at it from my point of view too. I want to help somebody. It's one of the easiest ways you can help is to give money. And I guess I didn't look at it that way at first. I didn't want to be a charity case, pity party. But that's not what their intentions were. Their intentions were to help. So if you stumble across this video, I know it's kind of long. Just know you're not alone out there. You're not alone. There are many of us. And feel free to put a like, a comment, maybe even just express what you're going through. I think the thing that gets me through every day the most is my kids. And knowing that I need to be here for them as long as I can be here for them. But, and their eyes have been opened at a very young age that no one's immortal and mom and dad are not immortal. Mom and dad can be taken away at any time. And I hope that in some ways they learn the lesson from this that, in life is short. You got things you want to do, things you want to say, people you want to tell you love. You need to do it. Somebody you want to make amends with. Because you don't know. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring.